Welcome to the men's four final for Sandbelt Bowls region. A big thank you to Burden Park Bowling Club for hosting us tonight. We'll shortly introduce the players. My sidekick tonight is Callie McKirahan. My name's Courtney Gabb and we'll be your host for this evening. We'll have a few other commentators come in and out throughout this evening. Please comment on the YouTube channel and on Facebook and we'll keep you up to date with the other scores. So men's fours finals, novice final and a sectional game of the women's singles are taking place. Welcome, Cal.
Thanks for having me, Courts.
Absolutely my pleasure, should I say.
I think this should be a cracker of a game. Two great teams, good attacking players, bit of international flavour in it too, so looking forward to it.
I couldn't believe how young the boys were. Aaron was just saying he's been playing 14 years, but he's only 19 years of age.
Right. Carpet bowls, maybe? Lots of experience, though, on this rink. Pretty good start here.
So leading up for Dandenong is Stephen Tully. He's been playing in Australia for about the last 10 years, has won a Metro Pennant flag and several titles back in Scotland. The lead for Clayton is Grant Catterick, been playing with Clayton about the last 3 years, has about 25 Peninsula region titles to his name, so he's certainly been on this stage before.
25, that's pretty impressive, Courts, isn't it?
Very impressive. What number are you up to, Cal?
21, I think it is, this year with our fours wins, so...
Very impressive.
Yeah.
Yeah, very good leading there from Tully.
Yeah, one on, one behind, that's what the leads want. Pretty fair correction here from Catters.
Right in the game. So we've got also on the other rinks Mel from Mentone and Nicole from Dandenong playing one of their sectional rounds. Unfortunately, they were rained out and their section got delayed, so they're making up the time tonight. Very close start to begin with. I think Mel's got a 3-zip lead. The other singles game that's taking place next to the fours final tonight is a novice final between Brian O'Keefe from St Kilda Bowling Club and Dean George from Narre Warren Bowling Club. Fair display for two brand new bowlers, isn't it?
Yeah, absolutely. Lots of balls in the areas and balls pass, which is what you want.
Seen St Kilda arrive with a bus full of people in true St Kilda spirit, so excellent to see.
Yeah, great to see all the sport out here tonight. Pretty handy here from Aaron.
Had a wide variety of weather this week. You wouldn't have thought this game was necessarily going to go ahead. We've been watching the weather bomb very closely.
It's been all over the place. It's been hot, it's been cold, it's been raining, it's been sunny, humid, not. A little bit of everything.
Correct.
Welcome to Melbourne. Scotty's speed there is super good. Giving it a chance.
Should we have a prediction now as to how many dead ends we're electing?
Oh, look, we're playing two pretty aggressive teams, so I'm going to say 4 to 5.
I'll go at even 6.
When you're playing against these, this caliber of players and whatnot, when you know you're playing against aggressive teams, it's all about making sure you build the head up right, making sure you have bowls passed in good position.
Very good shot
yeah,
here from
really
Scott.
good, Scotty. Really good
Missing
shot.
in those good areas, isn't it, Cal?
Yeah, absolutely. Really important. Bowls passed. When the jack moves, they become more in play. Short bowls become shorter. So just giving your bowl a chance. Bit of coaching advice.
That's all for free, is it? Thank you
That
for your
is
time.
for free. You're welcome.
So if people want to purchase a coaching session for Christmas, can they do that, Cal?
Yeah, absolutely. So gift vouchers available. I'm running my own coaching business, so it's called Perfect Trail Coaching. So yeah, follow my website. Hit me up on Facebook. Send me a message. Happy to help.
And both club and personal lessons?
Yeah, absolutely. One-on-ones to group sessions to club clinics. You name it. Happy to tailor it to what you guys want.
Fantastic.
Yeah. So it's nice speed there. Just hung out a bit. I think with all the weather that we've had over the past week or so, I think Ali's decided to play with his Tiger 2s tonight, so something with a little bit more bend to them.
And Dave's got Tiger 2s as well, doesn't
I
he?
think they're Tiger TXs or
Right.
something like that. They definitely turn a bit, depending if he wobbles them or not.
Yeah.
A good bad one there from Ali. Jack high, kind of fatten the target. I don't think he'll be short here, Blair.
Whoa.
Get closer around bowls, mate. So just a sweet tap on line.
Bit of an edge he's after.
Yeah, it's hard to know who shot here, but based on Blair's last one, might think that Dandenong's actually shot here.
Yeah, given his first one.
Yeah. Well, Ali's speed here is really good. Just needs to get down a little bit. That's a great shot by Ali. Give it a chance.
2 to Clayton.
2 to Clayton. Pretty handy start here, eh, Courts?
Very. So for
Yeah.
those of you just tuning in, we are broadcasting live from Burden Park Bowling Club on behalf of Sandbelt region. We are, obviously the mainstream game is the men's fours final. We have the novice final and a sectional round of the women's singles. So shoot us through any questions. Let us know if you are watching, where you're watching from, and keep us entertained. We'll do our best to keep you guys entertained.
Just a quick update across the board here. So Nicole McKenzie is up 4-3 against Mel Allen in that sectional play game. And the novice men's, or actually it's novice open this year, actually. So novice singles, and just waiting for the guys just to move out of the way of the scoreboard here. It's early doors, and I believe it's 3-0. 3-0 lead to the Neri Warren player.
So it looks like Dean George is leading over Brian O'Keefe in the singles of the novice. Apologies, we've just had an update. Brian O'Keefe is on top.
They may not have done the scoreboard from the previous end, so my apologies. I was just basing it based on who had last bowl that end, so apologies for that. And back onto the fours rink here. Grant Catterick, pretty much center lining, 6 inches off the jack here. Couple bowls passed in good areas.
So we've got Dave Ashby on the mat here for Ali. Been playing with Clayton for quite some time. Had a season off in the middle, but has a number of region titles for the Sandbelt area. Has represented Sandbelt on several occasions as well.
Yeah, played heaps with Al, and good combination that's really clicked really well over the years, and they have had some success out of it.
Yeah, mate, you're all over it.
So Brian is 3-2 up over Dean. So Brian, as we said earlier, is from St Kilda, and Dean is on behalf of Narry Warren.
Curly probably won't be very happy with those two bowls. Good line, but a little bit short, not giving them too much of a chance, so he'll be happy to correct with that in the coming ends.
Luke Piper, this is going to be the shizzle. Go Clays. Thank you for tuning in, Pipes.
Definitely should be a great matchup. We're looking forward to it. It's been a great start so far, so long may it continue. Speed's not far away.
They're all trying to find that dead centre line, aren't they? They're sort of...
Yeah, look, I think, early in the match.
Doors.
Yeah, a bit of trial and error and getting a good feel of the green, what it's giving you, what the lines are. Being aware of the conditions, bit of a breeze here tonight. And I'd imagine that as this game goes on and the sun goes down, that the greens might change as well. So being aware of that and who's going to adapt the quickest and who's gonna correct the most, that's the name of the game.
Mm. When talking to Scott before about career highlights, naturally he's done a few things, but he said playing for Hastings last week on a permit. I think he was too shy to explain what he's done. So Scott himself has won quite a few region titles, represented Sandbelt for probably the last 3 or 4 years.
Yeah, and he's been a pretty steady player in our Prim side over the past few years as well. Always in the good areas, giving his bowl a chance. Good player and good fella. Good teammate.
I'm hoping Ali's got sunscreen on his head. If not, he's $1 to
He's working on his tan.
work on his tan, that's for sure.
Yeah, I actually think he's lost his hat, so playing without it tonight. Just a bit quick, not far away. Running on that meter, so. Might see a little bit of an attacking shot here. If Dandenong reckon they have 2 seconds, they might decide to go this. But they don't have anything at the very, very back, so we'll see what he plays. He's just on a nice posy draw.
He has one of the most fascinating deliveries I've seen, yet he gets it so close most of the time. It just goes to show you it doesn't have to look textbook, does it?
No, absolutely not. You find that, yeah, there's a lot of different deliveries out there, and they all seem to work. As long as you are able to repeat it, and you know what you do when you play a good one, and how you achieve that's completely up to you. What all the good players have in common, though, are their release points are really, really good. So they're delivering it out in front of them. They're getting their body behind it, weight transfer through.
You don't see too many bounces at the top end, do you?
No, you don't. So whatever they do before and after they let the ball go, usually at release point, it's very, very good. He's just lacking in speed here a little bit.
Looking for the second shot.
When in doubt, put a measure on it.
Yeah, it's amazing how many people do waste time doing the old look around.
Yeah, when you're not sure, measure it. What's the worst that's going to happen?
Just the one. So that's 3-0 after 2 ends in the way of Ali Forsyth or Clayton Bowling Club v Dandenong. Paul Nichols has commented here, Cal, saying he highly recommends your coaching for anyone wanting to try it, and she can coach anyone. So there you go.
Oh, thanks, Paul. Appreciate it. On the speed here, Kettis. Yeah, good in the air, good starter.
Two in good areas there.
Pretty good set by Grant Catterick.
Tully does have one of the smoothest deliveries I have seen. Very regimented in the pre-shot routine as well.
That's so important, isn't it? You want to make sure that you're doing the same thing each time. Go through your routine, have your process. The importance of finding center line, right? It just sets up the head so well when you can find the middle of the rink and missing in good areas, not necessarily building up the head to fatten targets, which the Clayton squad right now are doing a really good job at. hanging on the wide line there. Ali's asking for Curly to slip on past and have a good position ball. I assume the jack's going to move. Everybody can play on this rink, so having those position balls are key.
Absolutely. So Ray's been a part of the last 8 national arm squads, and they've won titles for the last 8 years.
That's
It's a
amazing.
fair resume, isn't it?
That's amazing. Good one for Scotty there.
What would you be looking at doing in Dandenong shoes at this stage of the game? Are you playing confident through, or are you just trying to get a good second?
Yeah, look. At the end of the day, it's what you're confident playing, but probably fattening the target and getting another handy one in there. It doesn't necessarily have to be shot, but if you manage to jag second or third shot, fatten the target, give yourself more options for later in the end.
Mm-hmm.
But at the end of the day, it's what the person on the mat is confident playing, so we wouldn't be surprised if he attacked it, but I guess we'll wait and find out. Just on the draw here.
A couple of feet short, but Aaron, prior to moving over, as I mentioned before, 19 years of age, his first year in Australia playing bowls, but won the under-18s title for Scotland.
Pretty impressive. Like I said, there's a bit of international flavour on this in this game tonight. 3 Scottish guys and an Aussie for the Dandenong side, and 2 Kiwis and 2 Aussies in the Clayton side. So sometimes hard to understand all the talk out there.
Yes, exactly right.
I'm not really one to speak, but
Adidas.
it is Adidas and Nike.
Much better shot from Aaron there. Put one right in the head.
Yeah, and even though it's not shot, it definitely gives them options. It gives Blair options later in the end to play potentially a little bit more confident through them. So
Umpires measure with the girls over there.
right, I think there's been a bit of jack movement. So yeah, that's handy from Ali. Just nice position ball where he thinks the jack's going to move. If the conversion's made. Unlucky to get that gap through the deflection, but gave his ball a chance.
How fantastic to see so many supporters for all players here tonight. You can see people in their club uniforms as well, or club shirts.
Yeah, it's fantastic. Great to see the club support and getting around all the teammates and watching some pretty good bowls at the same time. I'm looking over at particularly this novice singles match, and pretty tidy stuff being played by the novices. I don't think Blair is going to be too attacking at this with only one bowl in the head.
Just a nice reaching weight.
Yeah, a couple turns through the blues, good. A little bit heavier than I expected, but giving his bowl a chance. Inside half. Yeah, good shot by Blair. Gave his bowl a chance. Yeah, I believe it's 1 to the Dandenong boys, but we will wait for that confirmation. Boys aren't being very helpful. They're not putting the score up on the scoreboard for us either, and they're totally ignoring our hand signals.
Dave made that nice and clear.
Yep, one
singular finger.
1 to 10.
I won't explain which one he raised.
Very cheeky. So across the rinks, the fours play 15 ends. The novice final, they played a 21 shots up. And the women's single sectional play game, that's first to 25. A pretty handy start here, Kettes. Again, really good finding center line, good speeds.
Good display of bowls between Mel and Nicole over there as well.
Absolutely, very tight head over there. And the jacks moved again, so. Tully's just looking to reply here, giving this ball a chance, just slipping on past.
Playing that positive weight, which is where you need your leads to be on a surface. It's
Yeah.
not quite got the complete finish that it probably normally would after the rain we've had this week.
Yeah, absolutely. But giving your ball a chance is so important. Those shorter ones are the ones we want to get rid of, right? So when your opposition lead puts one on smack dab right on it, then be disciplined and just be missing good areas. And if you happen to drop short, then you're fattening the target, and you might even get shot out of it. Ray's just on the high side here. A bit pacey as well.
One thing St Kilda's always really promoted, and that's for years, they've always run a big internal novice, and then they used to run one just for the, the immediate region, whether it be Elstonwick, Elwood back then, Middle Park. Titch, who's actually watching here tonight, used to run it, and it was always a great event. Just gave those newer bowlers an opportunity to get out there, and it wasn't, for a lot of people, as you can imagine, it is very intimidating for their first season to go and enter. And he was very, very good in rallying all the new bowlers and making sure they had a go.
Yeah, no, that's fantastic. And look, at the end of the day, the novices, they're all playing against their peers who have similar amount of experience. So it's a great opportunity for them to get some game experience on their own, especially in the game of singles. It can be quite lonely out there sometimes, and you're having to decision make and play those bowls and not have to rely on your teammates at all. It's all you out there as a singles player. So giving them the opportunity to play and the more opportunities the better, especially when you're first starting out.
Absolutely. Dave wasn't happy with his bowl, but Ali liked it, so I'm not sure what Dave was trying to do there. Sat their closest bowl for a probably a third shot to Clayton.
Okay. Definitely still gave his ball a chance, right? Like, you're noticing that these guys, for the most part, are missing a really good areas passed. Not many short ones. Just gives so many more options later in the end. Less obstacles in the way.
Absolutely. If Aaron's got the weight here, he's just going to be a touch shy.
I reckon I just put the commentator's curse on that.
I know.
I hate when the commentators do that.
Yep. Don't go the early crow.
Exactly right. Unless you're confident about it.
Yeah, well.
Unless you're sure.
Yeah. Or just change the shot 4 times. You hear that often.
Yes, there are a few culprits out there. I think that there's a big shot made over there in the novice final. Trailed the jack. It's at least 2 for Nary Warren.
To be able to have that much accuracy at that level is fantastic. First 12, 18 months of your bowls career and you're able to trail at that perfect 5 foot to...
Oh, I tell you, I wasn't like that after 12 months of play.
No.
2 years of play. It's great to see. We're so lucky here in this country that, you know, you have fantastic surfaces, great facilities, the opportunity to play against some great players to improve your game as well. That, you know, the depth in this country is fantastic, and it's great to see from the grassroots and from the new players as well that they're giving it a crack and they're holding their own. It's been great.
Yeah, absolutely.
So back to this match here, we have Clayton side's holding pretty handy 3. Not a very wide target either, so it'll be interesting to see what Blair decides to play here. Position-wise, it's pretty mixed up at the back there as well, so see what happens. Short. He's got Catters out clean. Really unlucky to get that clean without any kind of jack movement.
Yep.
But in the zones.
A big shout out to Sandbelt for allowing Crazy Sports Streaming to stream this tonight. So thanks to Cullum and the team for setting this up. In the extreme weather conditions we had this afternoon.
It's beautiful tonight, though.
Stunning.
Could not ask for a better Friday evening. But just what a great initiative that we've had, you know, to get the live streaming up this year, which is, you know, Sandbelt first.
Hopefully it sets a standard for the other regions and promotes. It's only going to promote the sport more and more.
Yeah, absolutely. Yep, more streaming the better, in my opinion.
So Dean, as you can see on the screen, O'Keefe from Narry Warren is currently leading the novice singles finals 7-5.
Just lacking the legs there. I won't be happy with that. The rule of thumb is when you're down, you want to give your ball every chance. So
Ali's other one must have been right in his line. I was wondering if he would sort of play that. Just nice reaching weight as he did.
yeah,
Slice of jacks, hit those 2 bowls. It must be right in the road.
yeah, possibly. But at the end of the day, he probably had a couple of feet to draw a shot, and he
Backed
backs himself to do that as well.
absolutely.
So What you notice is there's always a couple of options within the option. So at the end of the day, it's what the person's confident playing, and he's well weighted here. Yeah. Could be multiple here for Clayton. Pulled at the 3. Could be 4. Three to the Clayton 4s. They're leading 6-1 after 4. Big thanks to Ali for doing the board straight away.
Only one doing it. Well, to be fair, the others are now, they've got markers and ITOs involved as singles matches should.
Just helps us commentate a little bit better and give more accurate information, so we're not giving the viewers the wrong information.
Al Tully saying, "Go Steve." Where are you watching, Al? Let us know.
I would imagine that we might have some Scottish viewers tuning in to this tonight. So
Yeah, that was rumoured.
yes, I did see a few Facebook shares and a few comments that way. So welcome to all the viewers from wherever you are in the world.
Let us know where you're watching from and who you're supporting.
Good start from Kettas again. Good speeds in the areas. Looks like it's just holding off just that tad, isn't it? Particularly on that side. And Kettas is playing with a set of Dreamlines, so they are going to turn a little bit more than...
Original Dreamline, are they?
Yeah, I think they are actually. I think they're extra heavy, so they do hold their line a little bit better than some of the old Dreamlines, but they're going to get a little bit more turn and a little bit more forgiving on some of those more hang-cut hands.
Nicole appears to have pulled away with a little bit of a lead.
10 to 5, if I can see that right.
A couple of very competitive ends, and unfortunately about 2 ends ago Mel got what we'd call too close. When you're playing someone like Nicole, unfortunately both of them built that target, and she was able to play that 4 or 5 yards over and get the result.
Yeah, how you build the head and then making sure that you try, if you're holding, trying to keep that target super narrow, because a bigger target's easier for your opposition to convert through. So yeah, really good shots everywhere happening at the moment. So kudos to the greenskeeper here and the club for, again, fantastic greens, all things considered with the weather that we've had. I mean, the greens are probably running...
Most other greens
are 14 seconds, 15 seconds.
At least.
Yeah, good coverage. It's
a
fantastic.
lot of other greens will be struggling to get to 11 seconds over the weekend.
Yeah, no, we've had plenty of rain over the past few days, that's for sure. Curly's just on that high line there, but looking to get back where the jack's going to pop potentially, probably just pulling up a meter short or so. Ray's just looking to play a nice confident draw weight here, fatten the target up, put another ball in the area. Speed's pretty good.
And what a great night, Burden Park. Not only the greens, but they've cooked up a beautiful barbecue. They've got other hot food available inside, so they've done an excellent job.
Absolutely. So if you're in the area and you've got nothing to do and want to come out and watch some great bowls and good atmosphere, then yeah, come on down to the Burden Park Bowls Club. Again, giving his ball a chance there, Aaron. Clayton still holding a couple there.
I'm probably just presuming, but the green speed in Scotland would be slow.
Slower than this, yes.
Yeah.
Unless you play indoors there, and then the greens can run
Lightning.
quite quick, yeah. But they're outdoor greens. Can range anywhere from, it depends on how much rain they get too, but anywhere from kind of that 9 seconds to, I have played in Scotland where it runs quite nicely too, and it runs kind of upwards of 12, 13 seconds, but that would be flying for them, I would imagine. But they're indoor surfaces. You watch the PBA and all those live stream events, and those surfaces are always running quite a nice pleasant pace, kind of 15, 16, 17, maybe onwards. I haven't played there. It's something that I'd love to go out over and play PBA and experience those greens.
So for those playing at home, what's PBA, Cal?
The Professional Bowls Association. So it's
Right.
so it's an indoor series of events that run.
And that's an annual event, is it?
Yeah, so there's a few events that run throughout the year, throughout the winter, or our summer, their winter. And there's usually qualifying processes for the different countries to earn their spot to participate in them. So you do see the Australians going and having representatives over there, and I think the Canadians have qualifying processes for that as well.
Playing weight.
Playing weight. Oh, just wide of the target there. But our schedule is so busy here in Australia that it makes it quite challenging to find the time to go through the qualifying process, but it's on my bucket list.
It's on the bucket list.
It's on the bucket list. Well, he's not going to want to really fatten that target up anymore. You might choose to
Trail it.
Yeah, play a nice little confident shot here. Look to try and change those angles up, and if he happens to miss a little bit wide, then he slips on past to a really good spot. Don't think Blair's going to be short at this.
I haven't seen him fully fire yet.
No, but he does have a good attacking shot on him. So.
Yeah, does he ever?
Okay, proves us wrong again. Trying to draw the shot here. Nice confident landing pad. Just hanging on the wide side. Speed's not.
Weight was really good for the shot.
Speed's not bad for looking to land.
Drawing another one.
Drawing another one. Maybe the only reason why Blair didn't go it on his first is potentially one ball in the head, but you're probably 4 or 5 down anyway, so if you hit the target and remove a few and
Jack back, remove a few.
Jack back's good. Yeah, take 2, 3, 4 of them out. You're minimizing the damage. I was right this time. And up in the air, and to Ali's bowl. That was very unlucky. Jack went up about 12 feet in the air and went straight up and straight back down almost. Pretty unlucky not to kill that. It's a good shot in the areas.
Still a 4-shot conversion, 4 or 5 down to 1 down. You'd be happy.
Absolutely,
Not the exact outcome he was looking for.
No, the outcome could have been better, but when you're 4 or 5 down playing your bowl and you only drop 1, it's not the end of the world. I always talk about, often games are won and lost not by dropping 1s and 2s. Games are lost and won by who picks up the numbers, who drops the numbers. So when you're in this situation where you have a number faced against you, if you can really consolidate and minimize those losses, then you're doing your job.
Absolutely. Looks like in our ladies section, Mel's caught back up, so Nick did have a 10-5 lead against Mel, and Mel's now sitting 11-10.
Yeah, right. I expect that to be topsy-turvy, back and forth all game, that one. First to 25, so plenty of balls still be played in that match.
Plenty of ends, I'd imagine they're up for.
Yeah, I would imagine that would be a long one. Cat is just humming a little bit there. Good track, but just a bit speedy. Not happy. Head down. Stomping the ground. Shaking his head.
You could write a book about bowlers and their animations, really, couldn't you?
You can. The body language says it all. Yeah.
And we're all guilty.
Oh, absolutely. It makes for an entertaining watch, though.
Fair track from Curly there.
Yeah, super track.
None of them have nailed it yet this end. It's probably the...
No. And this is the time of night, 7:30, 8 o'clock this time of year.
Change of pace, change of light.
Yeah, the temperature's just dropped a little bit. The sun's going down. The breeze is a little bit all over the place. And just really being switched on and believing what you're feeling when the conditions change. He's well corrected here on his speed. It's all of his line. Yeah. Very much in the area if he had missed that. On the forehand here, just to hang around. Speed was also very good. Scotty's just looking to play his backhand. Nice confident through a couple turns through Curly. Give his bull a chance. Yeah, really good, Scotty. Good speed, good line, good result.
Good areas here from Aaron.
Yeah. Gave it a really good look at that. It's pretty handy second. Yeah. Allie's just looking to play another one in the area, split them up. Counts a bonus. Pretty good speed for it. Blair on his forehand. Going to play confident up through it. Oh, that's a good shot. Good speeds. You could afford to go any bigger at that with one ball in the head, so that's a very good result. It could be one or two for the Dandenong side. Well, I think Ellie might be attacking this. Pick the gap, get both balls, kill the end, restart. Lots of options. Lots of options up through that. Very good shot. Just lacking the speed a little bit there. Great shot by Ali. Lots of balls in the head to work with. That's to the Clayton side, so they're leading 9-1 after 6.
Missed all the aggressive shots, did I?
I was going to say, I was a bit lonely talking to myself here, Courtney. Yeah, lots of balls in the area, and yeah, Ali's so good at those attacking shots, and yeah, got a great result through the front, and yeah, the rest is history. They're just caught out a little bit with their weight at the moment. Weight in line, it's they go hand in hand, but. That's a good correction by Kettas. Very good, finding center line nicely.
Fair reply here from Tully.
That's a great reply. Yeah, really good second shot. In the zones.
fair old measure happening for the novice rink there.
Yeah, again, a really close head. Lots of bulls in play, lots of bulls in the area. That's a good shot here by Wright. Again, we just have these ends where, you know, you're giving a bull a chance and bulls pass without anything in the way. It just gives the person on the mat so many more options and more clarity with what shot to play. Not having to navigate obstacles. It's a bit quick, but ending up in a good home. It's not far away. That's a great shot by Wright. Giving his bull a chance. Lots to land on too.
Thanks for messaging in, Jodie. Don't worry. We're all a little bit tech challenged at times, so thank you for messaging. She just said she wasn't too sure how to comment on YouTube, but her and the pups, Gus and Ned, are all watching Dave at home. So thanks for tuning in.
Look at you go, Jodie. Well done. I would have no idea. I'm not very good with technology either, to be fair.
Yes, I rely heavily on the person sitting next to me for that. Hope they put on the light shortly, especially for the cameras as well.
I might go have a wander and see if I can take care of that.
Aaron playing that really good reaching weight again. Just looking for a touch of jack, hit and sit the shot bowl. Just missing on the high side. Mel's just picked up another 2, so that's going to put Mel, if I'm correct, she'll be sitting at 13 or 14 because I believe she got 1 last end, and Nicole at 16. So very, very close game as we had anticipated before.
Great shot, Ali.
That was Kelly's impartial comment as she's coming back to the headset. Blair just played a magnificent shot there. Might see that confident strike come out in him now. Sometimes as he appears, as he can come across a little bit of an introvert, but once you get him talking and you get that on the green confidence, he's a different character.
Yeah, absolutely. making the difference this end. You know, the Dandenong boys have put a few more in the area, a little bit more to work with. Not a mile away here, Allie. Just a bit on the wide side. Not far away. I don't think he's going to be very happy with that one. Like 2 or 3. Yep.
3 to Dandenong.
Good end. I feel like they really kind of needed that in the context of the game. And Dandenong won. You know, win the next couple ends. Keep chipping away. And the Clayton squad's really going to have to focus on winning this end and stopping that momentum and getting back on the board.
Brian O'Keefe just sort of snuck away there with a 12-6 lead over Dean George.
Yeah, but I reckon Dean's, I think, just picked up a 3, if I'm not mistaken.
Okay.
So 12-9.
12-9.
Really good tussle there. First to 21 up in the novice singles. It could be the first final that these guys have played in, so
It's exciting stuff.
It's very exciting. How do you hold your nerves? How do you adapt? How do you just one ball at a time? It's.
And from what we can see, neither have nominated a coach, which is interesting, unless that gentleman's sitting behind there.
Yeah, I'm not sure. I do see that Apollo is sitting in behind the rink, so he is the club coach at St Kilda. So that's very possible.
Another gentleman from Narre Warren in there too.
Yeah, so they may have nominated somebody, but I don't think they've used them. So back yourself.
Well, they've sort of made it this far on their own accord.
Yeah, absolutely. You gotta trust and believe in your own ability, and it's great to have the support in behind of the coach and whatnot. By the end of the day, you're on the mat. You're the one playing the ball, so you gotta back yourself.
You can really notice that the change in light is it could be the change in light or the touch of the change in the pace. Just that, as you said, that time of night, heading toward 8 o'clock, it's always a big difference.
Yeah, and the temperatures dropped off a little bit as well. So breeze picked up, temperatures dropped away, lights going down. So I'd expect the greens to just pull up that little bit more than they have been. It won't be as free. It's just about believing and trusting what you're feeling. Really good speed by Curly. It's a pretty good shot there. It's kind of opened things up a little bit, widen, fatten that target. Clayton squad's probably only holding the one, maybe 2, it might be more, but Allie's elected to play a position ball past covering the spot where they think the jack is going to go. when when and if the jack is going to move. I think he had that white ball the entire way. Speed was good, though.
Speed was perfect for what he wanted.
Few chuckles out there, a few shakes of the heads.
Well, if you can't laugh at yourself, who can you laugh at? So if you are just tuning in, obviously we're hosting the men's fours final. We've got the singles novice final and also one of the sectional women's singles games taking place this evening.
Yeah, it's great that this year, and I think we did it last year as well, that when we could, having a couple of finals on at the same time, create a bit of atmosphere, get some supporters out, have a few games to watch at the same time.
Well, for those of you playing at home, there'd be easily 50 people just sitting outside, and that's not counting any of us or the other spectators around the sides of the green, so it's fantastic to see.
A bit unlucky there. Ended up getting his own ball clean there, so Clayton's lying 3 probably at this stage, but nothing past, so Scotty's really going to focus on getting a ball past where they think the jack is going to go, so splitting those back ones up. Yeah, got magnets there, Dave. Speed was probably pretty good.
So there's been a bit of a jump here in the men's novice single final, or the open single final. So Dean George is currently trailing Brian O'Keefe 7-15, and this is the first to 21. So this would be a true testament as to sort of how much mentoring the coaches or the club members have done in regards to closing that game. Just keep on doing what they're doing.
Yeah, absolutely. It's, one ball at a time, one end at a time. You can't, if you're behind, then it's all about, getting to 10, making those like little benchmarks that you're trying to get to 10, get to 12, get to 15, and then you never know what's going to happen. But as soon as you start worrying about the outcome, then often our process disappears, and yes, it's just really important just keep those goals super manageable in the moment, stay present.
Scott's just tuned in, so hello, Rogie.
Hi, Rogie. Welcome. Dandenong's holding the 1 here. I reckon he's just trying to play it to Curly's side 1, where the jack's going to go. If Ellie converts and changes it up, that might change Ellie's
choice on shots.
Yeah, look, it's just changed the angle of the jack in terms of where it might go if the connection is made. So it's probably going the other direction rather than going to Curly's bowl. It's probably squeezing the other way, which isn't on the Clayton side. I don't see many Clayton bowls on that side. So it'll be interesting to see what weight he plays. He might decide to go firmer than not, or he might just decide to put another one in the area. Definitely playing aggressive at it. That wasn't the results that he was after, unfortunately. All right, he's still got another one each to go.
Seeing that little bit more confidence in the way Blair's walking after picking up.
Yeah, it's amazing how, you know, you make a couple of shots here and there and you get into a better groove, and you know, your presence and your body language and how that affects and goes directly potentially to, you know, how you're playing out there. Yeah, definitely a little bit more pep in the step. So Ellie's probably down 2, maybe 3. Problem is, any jack movement is no good for the Clayton side, so it'll be interesting to see what he plays here. What would you play, Courts?
Oh, look. If he sees the
you
gap.
you love a rake.
Correct. Aisle 12.
Bunnings?
Yeah, 4 metre Peter. I'll definitely be reaching.
Yeah, look, you got to give your ball a chance, absolutely. Sure, he's quite settled when he's playing. Okay, now he is. On the backhand. We're looking to thread that, you know, look to land a ball. Might get a good result to land it. Any edge off of any of the short stuff, which I think is all Clayton, so. Or he might just draw the shot cold. Not far away.
There's 2 out for Dandenong. And measuring for a third.
Just having a look across the greens here, and you know, a few shorties creeping up, so again, like we talked about, you know, the importance of reaching and missing in good areas and being able to adapt and correct when the greens change, super important. The 2 for the Dandenong 4s team.
Making it 9-6.
Yeah, creeping back. So 9-6 after 8.
In Allie or Clayton's favour, but it's been a big turnaround the last few ends. You can see that confidence in the boys from Dandenong's stride.
Yeah, just about, you know, getting balls in good areas, missing past.
Settling into the game.
Yeah, absolutely. Might have been a bit of nerves. Who knows? It's
fantastic. We've just got Dave O'Keefe. Watching Brian O'Keefe from Ireland. Keep it up, Brian, from all the O'Keefes. How fantastic.
Oh, that's awesome.
I did get told by St Kilda that there'd be a few from home, and Brian said the same thing. He wanted to know how the family could access the link.
Yeah, amazing. That's what's so great about having the live stream, that, you know, people from all over the world, family, friends. I know that, you know, my family back home, when I'm on the live stream, they always like to tune in when they can, or definitely rewatch things when they're sleeping at night and they miss the game. So it's a great way to stay connected and watch and support family and friends.
David, what time is it over in Ireland? Let us know what time you've got up or stayed up to watch.
Probably middle of the day there, eh? I just sounded very Canadian.
Eh?
Eh?
Or Queensland, one of the two.
I'd say it's Canadian.
Lights are warming up.
Yeah, we're just trying to get into that kind of awkward time when, you know, the sun goes down, the lights come on. That depth perception is a bit of a struggle sometimes, and shadows creep in, and the greens change, and it's definitely a challenge. Cat is just dropping a couple short here. Line's super, but
How good is that? Brian coming up to have a look at the head. Fantastic to see novices do that.
Clearly been taught well, mentored well.
Absolutely. Something that you see a lot of newer bowlers don't do. Don't take their time. Don't go have a look.
Yeah, absolutely. There's no time limit on this, so you're entitled to go up and have a look and take your time and make sure that you're really clear and confident with the shot that you're going to play.
There you go. It's 8:50 a.m. in Ireland. So
good
on
morning.
You guys. Good morning. Hope you've enjoyed your morning coffee before watching.
An Irish coffee? This thing killed a mob or up and about. Another end scored here.
So as we mentioned before, the ladies' sectional play is happening for the singles. Section 7 didn't get through their games last Sunday due to weather and unforeseen circumstances. So we've got Mel Allen and Nicole McKenzie. Nicole McKenzie currently leading 21-17. It's been a fantastic match. Couple of numbers each way, some big shots been played by the girls.
Yeah, every time I've looked over, it's been, balls all over the jack and a pretty high standard and lots of conversions being played left, right, and center. So we would expect out of those girls, but it's great to see. I reckon Brian O'Keefe has just picked up a number here in the men in the Open Novice final.
Looks like a 4 to Brian.
So if that is the case, then it's 19, potentially to 7 if they've updated the board the previous. 19 to 9, I've been told. So back to this fours match here. Canada's dropped a couple on the line short, and Curley's really come down and played a couple of good ones to back his teammate up, which is always important. That when your lead, might not necessarily execute, that it's all about how does the two play the lead's job and work as a team to get balls in the area and make the job easier for the person who comes after you. So really good stuff. This is not far away as well, just quietly. That's a great shot.
Very good shot there from young Aaron from Dandenong. Now, I've got Titch coming in for 2 moments to do a couple of special comments. So do you want to do the interview process, Cal?
Now I'm going to hand it over to Courtney. She's so good at it. So I'll hand you over.
Thanks for coming in, Titch. For those who haven't met Titch before, Richard from St Kilda Bowling Club.
It's actually probably Titch is probably more.
Titch is probably more known.
Yep.
So Brian's off to a fantastic start. We've got his rallies in Ireland who have tuned in.
Correct. They're from Cork, and they're actually tuning into the live streaming. Thanks, Courtney and Callum. He's actually got off to a cracking start. Just got a 4 then, and he just seemed to have found his length and line. So I actually marked the semi-final last week with Dean from Narry Warren.
Yes.
And he was spot on. He was really bowled well. Today the length's been changing. It's been long, it's been short, so Brian's mixed it up. And probably Dean hasn't bowled as well as he did last week.
We're also getting to that hard time where the green slows down, the light changes.
Correct. And this is where the novices have really got, bring all their coaches' sort of tuition into ploy. So, so the score is 19-7. So he needs just to try and close it out, which is always tough. It's sort of, I think it's like cricket, the nervous 90s, just trying to just close that game out.
Fantastic to see him go down and have a look at the head before as well.
Yeah, and ask questions. I mean, I think the novices really should ask more questions. So,
sorry, Titch, great shot coming in there from Blair in the 4s on the streamed rink to make a 2. But yeah, absolutely, asking those questions. Now, is Apollo have nominated as coach? Or
He's
just
nominated coach.
fantastic.
So, and very
Another
nice
great
shot from
habit to
Dean
get
from
into.
no wine, just
Yeah.
in for shot there. Apollo's our coach of St Kilda, and he's nominated coach today.
Oh, fantastic. So we've got John Fleming, who was playing out of Dandenong, tuning in. Hello, John. Good to see you watching your fellow teammates. And you're watching from Scotland. So we've got Ireland, Scotland, couple from New Zealand.
Well, it's an international game.
Fair weight there from Ali.
Wow.
Lying one in the ditch, but probably a good 5 foot to draw.
It's an incredible night here. Wind's died down a little bit. Not too much effect, and a beautiful green.
We're just saying, considering the weather we've had this week, it'd still be running a good 14.5, which is fantastic considering.
And what do you think our chances of bowling tomorrow?
I'm no Jane Bunn, but I think slim. But it's always hard when it's
Excuse
0
the
to
pun.
it's always hard when it's 0 to 20 mil, isn't it?
Yeah. So it depends what time of day, clearly. So we'll see how we fare tomorrow.
Fantastic to see you guys bringing the coach with a crew down tonight.
Well, we brought a minibus out, so
Fantastic.
club put it on, and
Great shots from the boys there. Blair drawing to the ditch within probably 3 feet, and Ali looking like he's just outdrawn him. Grant Catterick back to the jack, so it was 1 to Ali. So you got the minibus. Sorry, Titch.
a minibus, and the club put it on. So we had 20 seats.
Fantastic.
Filled up most of them, and just to get out and support Brian, who's a very new bowler. So we called him Bock, Brian O'Keefe.
Okay.
And we've called him everything. I'm updating the scores at the moment. I've called him Springbok. He doesn't like bok choy. And rock around the bok.
What about chicken, Bokok?
Well, yeah, we've got to be careful because we don't want these nicknames to stick. So, but if he does win, we're saving the 1, 2, 3 o'clock, 4 o'clock box. So.
Sorry, John. John Senior watching. John Junior at work. Good on you. Yeah, good start here from Tully. There's just a bit of an error with the cameras, so we're just working in the background to make sure the visuals are coming back online. So we'll do our best radio and talk you through it.
So the fours has really impressed me. These guys, they're tight heads. They don't seem too nervous. They just support each other up at the end there. Dandenong coming in now.
So the 3 Dandenong boys have represented Scotland at one stage or another, whether it was in their junior careers or recent.
Oh, wow.
And then their second, Roy has played in 8 national titles for the armed squad. So very impressive.
That's awesome.
Yep. And obviously Ali's represented New Zealand on a couple of hundred occasions.
Right.
Grant Catterick, who's the lead for Clayton, has won about 25 region titles down the peninsula. Moved to the Sandbelt region about 5 years ago.
That's the beauty about it. And also, everyone runs into everyone at tournaments, and everyone knows each other's scores from Saturday. And you go to those things like the Vic Open, the Australian Open, everyone's just as friendly as you'll get.
Absolutely, and there's nothing better than seeing a grassroots bowler playing at the top level.
But the support is unbelievable. I went to the first Australian Open, my first Australian Open this year, and everyone just really helps you, supports you, barracks for you, gives you, and really pleased if you have a win.
Yeah, and there's nothing better than that. I don't think there's another sport that quite has a community that bowls does.
I mean, of course, they're pretty competitive when on the track against each other, but after the game and around the traps, they are sensational. Exceptional, in fact.
So So Dandenong holding one here with Tully's bowl behind the jack around a foot. We're just going to restart the live stream, so we're going to be taking